Oh, yeah. Didn't know that was going to happen. That sounded cool. Might have to go back and figure that one out. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back on my website. And I just want to say again that I know that we all have like Spotify playlists and we're all hunting around for new music. But like this Reacts request page, which I put on here as a perk for being a student of mine and subscribing over at GuitarGate on the website and taking my lessons and courses, this has really become an incredible spot for curated live performances. Every single one that I see on here, I want to click on. All at Angels, Daryl Scott, River Take Me, Zion and Babylon, Django, Minor Swing, The Living End, Cheap Wine, No More War, Mike Love, that could be strong. Mike Dawes, Foo Fighter, Charlie Hunter Reese, and it's just all the people like us that are seemingly have similar tastes, and we just like good music regardless of the genre. If it's good, it's good. This is just chock full of it. So this one is obviously Dave Matthews. It says, my favorite acoustic solo ever. I have had so many requests for Dave. I don't know why I haven't gotten around to it, but I was going down here, and amongst all the things I want to click, I said, you know what? Today's the day we're going to do Dave. And it's Dave and Tim, The Maker. And this is from Brendan Jacobs, who, his other video he posted is the Sturgill Simpson Call to Arms. So he's a real guy. It says, Dave and Tim never fail to amaze me, but this song is the best solo I think I've ever heard. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, because both these guys are musical geniuses. Dude, my pleasure. Let's do it. Let's bring it up. Let's make it full screen. My old roommate, Todd Cunningham, when I went to Frostburg for a year, was a huge Dave fan. And he used to always try to get me to play this stuff like with Tim, but I really wasn't my thing back then. I was very much in riff land. And, the heavier the better. So it just made me think of you, Todd. I hope you're doing well out there. Let's do it. Dave and Tim, The Maker, live Radio City. I mean,
this is a song.
So I've probably heard this song, is my point, because he listened to a ton of Dave.
By Daniel Lenoir.
Daniel Lenoir.
Oh, deep water, black and cold like the night. I stand with arms wide open. I've run a twisted mile. I'm a stranger in the eyes of the Maker.
I know this song. This is a great song. This is a God, didn't I just do again, these songs about, going home to the Maker. I just did Broke Down Palace. I'm telling you, because I just had a loss and a family friend, and so it's this community never ceases to amaze me about how much serendipity there is in this group. Of course, this is the song that pops up, and this is what they're singing about. Anyhow, F. So you got that sussing it out. Sus meaning suspending the third. Usually you either do it with the second or the fourth. Second being lower, fourth being higher. The third is omitted or suspended. So this is F. Doing the 4. Right? Put a little B flat over that A. That's your basic groove. And you have 2 guitars. Now they're both starting up here. Now the one thing you will notice is that when it goes to the 6, D minor, Dave will do it open like this, and Tim's up here. Always good to separate your spots. And then when it goes down, you'll see Tim grab your C here like this, as Dave does your standard open shape. Again, little things like that. Mixing different arrangements so each guitar is not playing literally the same voicing is what gives it that breadth of scope. It gives it that big sound. So don't miss those little things because they're important. Little run.
I could not see for the fog in my eyes, and I could not feel for the fear in my life.
Yeah, you tell them.
But from across the great divide, in the distance I saw light. Jean-Baptiste walking to me with the Maker.
This is a beautiful song. If you listen closely, you'll hear Tim doing a lot of the little like, all those little kind of, voice-led little parts where you're on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all those little things to complement, what I call, the singer-songwriter, chords. People that, now he doesn't use a lot of capos from what I remember. He does a lot of crazy stretches. But for people that are in here a lot, and especially if you're in just a 2-guitar acoustic scenario, doing little bass runs like that when you have no bass player is huge. That's a huge arrangement thing to consider. We're, as guitar players, so accustomed to just playing higher parts and getting real chimey things happening because it's crisp and it's clean, it's beautiful, and it's in our range. But sometimes, kind of flub that first part. You get the idea. Did you hear that? There, boom, 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 boom.
My body is bent and broken.
Yeah, now he's adding some more stuff. What is this? This is F, right? And then first inversion, F major triad, omit the root, right? 5th major third of F. Going up to the 4, B flat. Yeah. All the triad based voice leading parts that I spell out and just preach that you must know over at all my courses, because playing all these different parts, whether you're with 2 guitars or whether you're in a 15-person band, knowing how to make all the big changes and boil them down to simple little 1 to 2 note things is what's going to allow you to have the pieces to fit in the puzzle regardless of how big of a band you're in. Because the last thing you want to do is being in a huge band and be playing these big bar chords everywhere, and your keyboard's going to look at you like, oh, this guitar player. You know, you want to know all your different spots. And the other side of that too is if you're in a stripped down version like this, you want to be able to fill in what the other person is doing. And as someone who's always been someone who's, I guess, a sideman, you know, following a singer-songwriter like this, you don't really expect them to change their spots. They have their spots. They wrote the tune. You know, you have to build it around them. And so learning all those little tiny things that are just 1 to 2 notes here and there, that's what's really going to make you fill it out.
By long and dangerous sea, but I can work the fields of Abraham and turn my head away. I'm not a stranger in the hands of the Maker.
Yeah, so he's got some effect on here, but what, you know, like the delay or whatever, it's real wet, whatever. But the idea, you know what? I'm going to take in the whole solo and then I'll speak about it.
Brother John.
Yeah, you know, so this, I mean, this is really right up my alley. The reason that you're said that, you know, this might be the most beautiful acoustic guitar solo you've ever heard is because it is an incredibly memorable melody. Dude is hammering the melody. He's got tons of feel, right? He is living every note. He's hearing it throughout the entire room and letting the notes blossom. But he is keeping it simple. And he is hitting the chord tones over the changes. And he's connecting it with so when you do that, you're connecting your ear with the underlying movement of the harmony. So that is why you like the solo so much, because it's a simple melody that connects the harmony, the chords which the writer wrote that shows on purpose, and you are playing to the song, right? So that when someone's in the car on their way home, it's ba 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 ba. Like, people can't remember real complicated stuff. It's the simple stuff that gets stuck in everybody's head, not just musicians, everyone, and that's why it works. So check it out. Let me give you some broad strokes in here. Right? Here's your F, right? So this is your key center. And he's going right 1, 2, 3. You know that 1, 2, 3 melody. I tell everybody that's learning to improvise, learn melodies and start with basic 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2. And what is this? This is the 5th of D, which of course is the chord that we're going to, right? So that's why that works. doing some bends, but the idea is 1, 2, 3 up. Back to the root. So many melodies do that. Why? Because everyone will remember that. Nine to the 1, just the same thing. But this octave, up a bit. Bending this time. So same thing. Just going straight across that F major chord. Right? But it's great because those are perfect intervals, meaning fourths and fifths. So that's why it just shines brightly through. Yeah. Right, now going up to that D here. So that's your sixth. And now this, why does this work? This is, remember, what is the sixth? The 6 is your 4 chord. The 6 is the third of your 4 chord, B flat. So right to the chord tone. And again, which one does he go to? The third. We're always third hunting. You know this. Always third hunting. That's the key to making these melodies work. That again, this little
Brother John.
and that's it. It's simple stuff, following the chord tones, connecting basic 1, 2, 3 melodies, letting it ring, hearing it blossom and bloom around the room. That's what's happening. That's why you like it. That's why Tim's the man. I'm more impressed with simple stuff that non-musicians get stuck in their head than complicated stuff for other players all day.
Have you seen the homeless daughters standing there with broken wings? Well, I have seen the flaming sword there over east of Eden, burning in the eyes of the Maker, burning in the eyes of the Maker.
Burning
in the eyes of the Maker. Oh, river, rise from your sleep.
I love that Tim is standing and Dave is sitting.
Oh, river, rise from your sleep. From your sleep.
That's the 4 he went to.
Thank you very much.
I love it. You heard that. You heard that at the very end. Yeah, Dave's the man. I've always thought he had one of the best bands in the game. I mean, Carter Buford is like, I love that drummer. He is spectacular. The fiddle player he had that died, what was his name? He was fantastic. And the super young bass player, too. I think when he joined Dave's band, he was like my age when he joined. It was like 16 or something. But always had one of the best bands. Always had tremendous respect for him, and the people that follow him, die hard. They love him. And so, Todd, it makes me think of you. Hope you're doing well out there, my friend. And that's it. That's it. Thank you very much to Brendan for being a part of the GuitarGate community and taking the extra step and subscribing on my website and sharing this, just like so many of you do out there. If you're interested in what my course is all about, or you just want to have a place where you're motivated and inspired to keep picking the thing up and finding new music, I invite you to click the first link in the description. Join me, Brendan, and so many others over at my website, GuitarGate. I'd love to have you. I'd love to be your online teacher. Have a fantastic day. Cheers. What a great song. What a great song.